All right, had a lot of people asking for a Joe Flacco Cleveland Browns study ball, so I thought we'd dive into it. Love it because we've got the matchup between Houston and Cleveland earlier in the year, and Joe had an unbelievable game, and Amari Cooper had a record-breaking game. But I've said from the beginning that I've felt like this offense fits Joe Flacco perfectly well. And Joe Flacco is a big ball thrower. He's a guy that wants to throw the ball down the field. He's not a guy that wants to drop back 40 times and have to pick you apart in the shorter or intermediate part of the game. That's not his forte. He's a longer, taller, wind-up type guy, huge arm. And so this is what Kevin Stefanski and the Browns have always been, is a play-action team. So you see it. This is the first play of the game. Play action, and we simply have a play that they love to run off of the play action is a deep post and a deep end. Okay? And so the post is if we've got no safety in the middle of the field, we're going to come back and give it a shot. He's reading this safety right here. This safety stays low. That's part of what you see from this Houston Texans defense is they want their outside guys to overlap and play high, and they let these guys squeeze it and kind of settle a little bit more on the inside to take away any of those shots underneath, but it works out perfectly. Great play call to start the game. And again, you see Joe's big arm up over the top, big chunk plays off of the play action is where they make their money. So you're going to see it here. They're going to get into these situations, and they're really good at this, is that you get into a short yardage situation, and they load everybody up, all these tight ends in here, and then they run heavy play action, whether it's one receiver on the outside, Amari Cooper running a slant, or they love to use these tight ends and leak them out because everybody on the defensive side is attacking downhill to stop them from getting that 1 yard right here. Just basically a two-man route, but look at Amari Cooper at the top. Look at his patience. Oh, I'm blocking. Boom. Comes back on the slant, and they're very successful with their play action in short yardage situations. So something to pay attention to in this game and in those critical situations. Here we go again. Play action, get back, throw the ball down the field, right? This is what they got. Everybody is down past 15 yards. They're three receivers. They're trying to attack down the field, because that's the strength of this guy right here. Another great route by Amari Cooper, selling it inside, breaking to the outside. Good second level throw by Joe Flacco once again. So it's about running the football and chunk plays with this Cleveland Browns offense. Play action, half roll. Okay, we love that second level throw, so we're going to hesitate right here and run the stutter go. Stutter right here, think we're running a comeback off of that. Boom. He goes deep. Once again, plays to Joe Flacco's strengths, flipped his hips, a little flip of the wrist, 50-yard pass on the money, leads to a 75-yard touchdown. But this is where they're going to make their hay, and that was really the story in this game. Cleveland won this game big, but it was about the big chunk plays that they got off of play action. Here, it's a play action, although it doesn't quite look like it because of the snap. But again, another shot down the field. Now, I always like to teach when I do that, you know that. And so as we come out, we're going to run the high pylon and then the corner route off of it. Okay, so that's a concept that we call pylon. Biggest key is always the outside guy, is you've got to get inside and give your quarterback an angle. Get inside and give your quarterback an angle by going to the back pylon so he can throw it. Here, you're going to see, I think that's Elijah Moore, but you see how tight that is. Now, he's doing a good job of going to the back pylon, but he never sold it enough inside, so it becomes a really hard throw for the quarterback because you're not left a lot of room to the outside. So if he takes a little better angle, might have a shot up over the top, but nonetheless, a nice second level throw again. Little slide by Joe Flacco. Big throw right on the money, beating the defender with the throw. So you see the theme. Play action, limit the routes that we have, right? So it's a couple big throws down the field, cut the field in half, Joe pick a side, all of those different things. Again, play into what I believe Joe does the best. He wants to get back, see it in front of him, and rip the ball down the field. We saw in the first play, it was post with a big in. Now, this is going to be a little change up that instead of running the post over here that you saw earlier, as you see the safety getting out of there, corner getting out of there, we're going to stop, and we're going to come back and run the corner or the bench route. Now, I thought Joe had that throw right here. Felt like this guy got a little bit of depth, no problem. Dump it off underneath, but you see what they're trying to do. You see what the goal is of this offense. And so the key has to be early for Houston to take away the run and force them into the drop back game. Okay, so when you force them into the drop back game, here's the thing. This isn't that Joe can't play in the drop back game. He's obviously been a really good quarterback in this league, won a championship, all of that stuff. But he's not as comfortable going through his progressions and seeing things quickly. But in the drop back game, if you give him his first read, he can dice you up just like he can with the play action, which is more about the first read because we're designing it to get certain chunk throws. So right here in the drop back game, we're going to run a stump route. Okay, and he's going to force more of these first reads in the drop back game instead of reading through things. But you see it. Great throw right there on the money. Gets that safety to stay wide. Get your first read. Boom. Ball's on the money. We got ourselves a touchdown. Little motion down here. And we're going to run the corner and the out. Read off of this corner right here. You see him open his hips to Joe Flacco. So his hips and shoulders are turned this way, okay, perpendicular to the line of scrimmage. That means he's got no chance to cover the out, which is the first read right here. Boom. See Joe Flacco put his foot in the ground, let the ball go. This is the stuff that he is really, really good at. So you've got to be able to take away his first reads, first shots down the field. And here we go again, okay? We go to 4 strong, right? So we got our 4 receiver strong, so it leaves one-on-one back here. Oh, this is easy. I know if I'm Joe Flacco, I got one-on-one with my best receiver over here. I'm throwing it. Make the game easy, and now it's just about playing pitch and catch. Look at that. Great back shoulder throw. Great catch by Amari Cooper. Making the game easy, taking your number 1 read. Here we've got another 4 strong look. Okay, and so what we're trying to do on this particular play is we're going to run the post here, and we're going to try to use up 2. Okay, what we call a take 2 post. Take 2 guys with your post, and then Amari Cooper is going to come off of here, kind of follow this, and run a shoot route here. So we want to get everybody going deep with the post, and then we want to try to hit that shoot route behind it. So they get exactly what they want. Both guys go to take the post, but you'll see the defender here starts to fall off. But Joe saying again, hey, he's my number 1 read. I got to find a way to get it to my number 1 read, and you're going to watch him hit this back shoulder throw on the shoot. Big throw down the field once again. Great play by Flacco and Cooper. And again, it's just about being confident in your big arm and the throws that you can make down the field. He's seeing things really, really well. And he's got a comfort level with those wide receivers, specifically Amari Cooper on the outside. Okay, so here's another one. Same basic play that we talked about before. The pylon, corner, flat. Okay, so reading that corner out there, he gets a little settle there. So again, Joe wants to throw it to his first guy. That's what he wants to do and push the ball down the field. He does. Actually a pretty good throw here too. Just a really good play on the back end to get the interception here. But that's going to be key, is when they get into that drop back game, can you take away his number 1 read? Right? Here it is again. I got one-on-one on the backside. I don't have to think about anything. I just come back and throw it. And that's where Joe Flacco is so good at his best. He's been over the years. He's a great thrower of the football, especially down the field on the big throws. Okay? Drop back game. Trying to simplify it, right? You've seen that on a lot of these things. Last one, quick post. Simplify. Take the one-on-one. We got the stop on the backside. Take the one-on-one. Split the field in half. Okay? Post, over, shallow. Okay? Keep it simple. Keep it in front of him. So always trying to push the ball down the field as well. Okay? So here, wants to take that over. Good read. This guy falls off. Does a nice job progressing through on this one and getting to his underneath guy. Had some trouble in this game. I'm not showing a lot of those clips, but some trouble in this game when he was playing drop back and had to work through his progressions fast. They weren't quite as good, but they were able to get so many of those big plays as we've seen so far that it didn't really matter. Another little play action. But here's the other thing that Joe Flacco has been doing well. Not known for this I'll say in his previous career before he was sitting on the couch and came back, but he's doing a great job of creating plays with his feet, looking younger than he is. I mean, look at this right here. Weaving in and out, everything, and then being able to find his guy, Amari Cooper, crossing the field while navigating all of this, making a big play when nothing is there. Just playing some really, really good football. Here's another one. This is a 4th and 8 situation. And again, pressure, got to buy time. He's got guys hanging all over him. You look at this and you say, there's no way he's going to be able to complete that to Amari Cooper. Look at this. Look at this mess back here with all these guys around him. Again, big arm, even with guys hanging on him, making this throw to Amari Cooper. Him getting both feet down, converting was really the story of this game, was big play after big play after big play, starting with the play action of Joe Flacco down the field. They got some in the drop back game, and then Joe Flacco creating some special throws with his feet and buying time that got them the big win.